Okay, well, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Monica Dragolski. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon to learn about collaborating with tasks in Office and Planner. The way we're working today is changing. And as we collaborate more with others, we see a transition from focusing just on the work that I need to get done and what I need to focus on, and prioritizing more what we need to work on as an entire team. And as we do so, we need to incorporate more diverse perspectives and experiences. And as this happens, the need for transparency becomes more and more important. Not only do I need to know what I need to work on, what my accountabilities are, but I need to know what my teammates are working on as well. This makes sure that as a group, we're working together towards all of our shared goals. But as we loop in more collaborators, it can become really overwhelming. We have a lot of asks coming in from multiple endpoints, and we don't know who to listen to. We have a lot of things we need to keep track of. And that can be really difficult. And collaboration starts to fall apart when individuals don't really see how their contributions are helping complete shared goals. And at Microsoft, it is our goal to empower you and your organization to feel in control and empowered as you work on your day-to-day tasks. We want to make sure that you feel focused, efficient, and confident. Focused in the sense that you can answer the questions, I need to know what I need to get done, and I need to know what my teammates need to get done. Efficient in the sense that you know the answer to the question, and you know that you can see all of the work that you need to get done, that your team needs to get done. And you know who is responsible for that work and when that work is going to get done. And of course, we want you to feel confident. Confident in knowing that your team is on track to committing and completing those goals that they promised. And in Office, we have been working with you to transform workplace productivity. We're committed to making sure that we build and create our experiences to be more and more collaborative, to empower you and your organization to achieve more when you're working together. And as a shared space, documents are a hub for collaboration. And as you continue to collaborate more on Office documents in Word, PowerPoint, and Excel, you start to create more of those asks and tasks from one another within those documents. Now, today, you might do that by leaving a comment, mentioning somebody in that comment. Maybe in PowerPoint, you leave something in the notes section, or you just draw a big object in the middle of the slide and just write in what's supposed to be filled in. That works, but it's not perfect. As the person who has to complete that work, it's really hard to find everything because everything's written differently. It's hard to find all of those tasks within the document and scroll through everything. And as the person who assigned those tasks, it's even more difficult to know how that work has changed. Has someone completed it? How has the work changed? Who's actually taking care of that work item right now? So with that, I'm going to jump into a demo that will show you guys just how we're trying to improve our collaboration Office to help you answer these exact problems of tracking and managing work within your Office documents. So bear with me for just a moment as I switch over to the demo. So here you have, not here. We'll switch to the screen somehow. So we're not just sharing my presentation anymore. As nice a presentation as it is. Thank you very much, sir. Great. Yeah. Thank you so much. Back to 7, okay. Thank you. Sorry about that. It wouldn't be a presentation without a little demo snafu. So here we are. Why is it not working? Sorry, what did I do? I had a backup video and everything. Thank you for your patience. I apologize. Well, apologies. Thank you so much. We're back. I did record this ahead of time just in case something like this would happen. So unfortunately, it won't be a live demo. It'll be a video, but it was live earlier today. So here we have, oh, damn it. Still not actually presenting on the screen. Didn't switch. Okay, please switch. Wait, why? Sorry, it's still not switching to the video.
On the other one, correct?
Yeah. Well, in any case, in general, like I was saying, across our Office documents, we want to make it easier for you to capture work right in context of the work that you're doing. So as you're typing a Word document or creating slides or a presentation, and you have to collaborate with others and assign slides for other people to do, or in Excel, maybe you have a large workbook and you need to ask somebody to complete the latest numbers in a column or row. Then you reach out to your colleagues and ask for their input and ask them to fill in the work. And like I was saying, right now it's a little bit difficult to do that. So what we're doing in Office is adding a task feature. So now, in addition to commenting and mentioning, you can elevate those comments and mentions into tasks. And then those tasks can be tracked and easily found throughout the document, make it really easy to collaborate and stay on top of those actual work items right within the document. So these tasks, great, and we're up. We're getting there. Awesome, thank you so much. So to show you how we might capture those work items right in context of the document, unfortunately this is still just a quick little video, but you get the idea. So right here in the document, you can go ahead and create a task. I already have a few here. So here, Leah is asking Kim to take a look at this entire document. And he creates a mention, and then there's a new checkbox underneath that comment, which will allow Lee to elevate that simple mention into a task. And you'll see there's a UI difference here. We added a topper to this comment, making it clear that's a task. And as you go through the other tasks here, we'll see that Lee has another task and something that's assigned to him, but it's not really on him to complete that work. He wants to ask somebody else to take care of it for him. So he's going ahead and reassign this task to Alex. He just mentions in the comment section with another mention and then checks the box to reassign that task. And then you can see that the entire task thread at the top is now reassigned to Alex. And then once we go over here, so this is actually a task that he's already taken care of. Awesome. So in that case, write a quick note, complete it, and check the box, complete the task. Now, once the task is completed, it's removed from the canvas. This way, we remove the clutter and extra work from the document, and you can find all of those completed and active tasks in the comment pane. Now, here Lee has found a task that's been completed by Deborah, but I don't know, seems like there might be some more work that needs to be done. So Lee's going to go ahead, reopen that task, and ask Deborah to maybe take a second look at the work that needs to be done. Once that task is reopened, you'll see that it gets added back to the document. This is where all of those active tasks live. So as you go through the document and see the work that needs to be completed, you see it right here with more work that needs to be done. Now, one of the things about the tasks, about the tasks that you see now in the document that's a little bit different than mentions is that inline history. So you saw here the task was assigned. It was then completed by Deborah, reopened by Lee, and then Lee left another comment. So you have these inline history pieces that track the work that's changed around that task so that you can easily see and keep track of any changes that have made there. No longer wondering who's done what, who's changed what, who actually completed the task. It's all tracked and recorded right in the comment thread. Okay, now we're going to try to switch back to the presentation. Hoping for the best. Great. Awesome. So just highlighting a little bit about what you just saw and what's a little bit different from tasks and mentions. How many of you are using mentions today? Awesome. Great. I'd love to see that. So in addition to mentions, like I said, this elevates mentions. So it's kind of taking mentions a step further. You can take any comment thread and turn it into a task. At any point while you're commenting, you can mention someone, maybe in the third reply, and recognize that like this thread now needs to be tracked more efficiently. Someone needs to be responsible for taking care of this work. Just as you saw when I was creating a task earlier, you at mention, check the box to assign it the person you have at mention to, and now the entire comment thread is being tracked as a task. It has that task topper at the top. But at any point, just because the thread is now a task, you can continue to mention people throughout the thread to loop them back into the conversation and draw other people's attention in. With tasks, though, just one person is responsible for completing that work item. And we know that because tasks bring the work owner to the top of the thread, making it really clear who's responsible for getting that work done. Now, if at any point that person needs to change or the task needs to be reassigned, just as you saw in the demo, you can do that by replying into the task and changing the assignee at any point. And of course, like we were highlighting before, in tasks, you have this notion of history, keeping track of any of the changes that have made throughout the life cycle of the comment thread and the task. Another thing that makes tasks special is the increased notifications. Once something is a task, it means you want to keep track of it. You want to know what's changed. You want to be kept informed as things progress. So with tasks, as the person who is assigned the task, the person who's created that work item, you then receive notifications anytime the task is reassigned. So you're informed when someone else is now responsible for the task. And you're receive an email notification when the task is completed. So no longer do you have to keep checking into the document, seeing what work has changed. You just get those updates in your inbox. And you don't have to keep pestering people all the time. It's clear to them, they have that work item in the document, and you know when statuses have changed and what's been updated to the task. Going a step further, just highlighting the fact that this experience will exist in Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. And with a modern commenting experience, we're bringing those comments right next to the content in the context of the work that you're doing. So in Word, that task will be right next to the text that needs to be edited, be anchored right there. In Excel, it's a little bit different. The task actually floats on top of the workbook, tied to the exact cell, so you know exactly what item in the workbook needs to be edited. And then in PowerPoint, that task is linked to the object that needs work. Okay. And at the end of the day, we're not just at Microsoft, we're not just building like disparate task experiences, we're building an entire task ecosystem. So we recognize that you're not only working on just one document. You're working on lots of documents. And we don't want you to feel confident just in that one Word document, that one Excel workbook. We want you to feel confident in all the work that you need to do across all the tasks, across the Microsoft suite. So that's why we're committed to building these integrated experiences across all the apps at Microsoft. The key work management endpoints that we have in the task ecosystem are To Do and Planner. Planner is perfect for all of your teamwork, making sure that your team is staying on track, anything that you need to assign to a specific project, making sure you're staying on track and organized with the work your team needs to get done. To Do, on the other hand, is perfect for the individual. It makes sure that you know what you need to get done, and using various intelligent sources helps you prioritize your work to make sure you know what is the most pertinent work for you to get done today across all the different projects, plans, documents, whatever it might be that you have to do. And then, of course, we want to make sure tasks are integrated in all of the work hubs that you currently have today. Not just in those task endpoints of To Do and Planner, but across the collaborative places where your teams are already working today. So Outlook and Teams. In Outlook, we've done a lot of work to make sure that it's easier than ever to capture tasks from emails and making it easy to schedule time for those tasks as well by being able to drag them onto your calendar. And then in Teams, we're bringing together the power of To Do and Planner in a new Teams task experience that allows you to see both personal and teamwork all in one view. At the end of the day, all of these experiences are focused around empowering you and your organizations to feel accomplished and in control of the work that you have to do on a regular basis. We're committed to having this coherent ecosystem, and we're investing a lot in the continued integrations between all of these different pieces. I show the screen here just because it highlights the breadth of the ecosystem. And while there's still continued work and effort to bring these pieces together, we're slowly bringing and connecting these pieces here. So we have our integration with To Do and Teams and Planner. And tasks and documents, this experience that I've just shown you, is just a piece of that ecosystem focused on empowering you, your organization, to capture tasks wherever is most convenient for you and bringing it back to your organization so you can organize those tasks and prioritize them in whatever way makes sense for you. Lots of opportunities for managing tasks at Microsoft, and we want to make sure that Microsoft 365 meets you where you want to take care of that work. So with that, with the focus on you and your organization, I'm actually going to turn it over to you guys, and it'll open up to questions that you might have. I do have to keep it relatively short. Oh, I'm going to pop over. Oh, I'm so sorry. I added this last minute, and there's actually a video I want to show you guys that highlights the power of the task ecosystem and shows just the vision that we have for our team. And I actually have the Get More Done with Planner session at 4:30, which is just upstairs. So you should all walk with me if you have any questions. And oops, sorry, that's the wrong video. Sorry, folks. This is going to be messy. But do what it takes to when we have some issues here. Sorry, folks. You're seeing users. Unfortunately, nothing always goes exactly the way you want it to, but it's worth it for this video. There we go. Great. So that's really just a teaser video, just really hyping up how excited we are at Microsoft for the breadth of the task the task ecosystem, and all the experiences that we're looking to do in the future. We've already done some. We're on our way to offering you guys a coherent, awesome, exciting task ecosystem to make sure you guys can get all of your work done. Thank you so much. Thank you for your patience with all the issues. And as I said, rushing to another session, but please walk with me and join us for the rest of our sessions. Thank you so much.